welcome back to another video, and today we'll be discussing about the coin change problem. So this is a part of dynamic programming, and the concept here is, let's say you have bought something from the store for $11 and now you have like infinite amount of coins in your pocket. So what's the minimum number of coins that you'd be needing to pay the seller? So you can pay him with 11 $1 notes, but that's not feasible, right? So we have to find out like what amount of the coins we'd be needing to pay the seller, but we have to consider the minimum amount. So as all dynamic programming problems we would be solving this using a table. So let's get on to it. This is basically the table that we would be working with, and in this table this portion means that these are the coins that are available to us. So we have 1, 5, 6 and 8, and this is the amount that we will be working with. So 0 means that the seller is wanting $0 from you, and 11 means the seller wants $11 from you. So we'll be going through like 1 2 3 4 up to 11, so it's easier for us to find what's the minimum amount of coins that we'll be needing. And I have also mentioned the column numbers and row numbers, so it's easier to identify each box. Okay, so let's get started. So the first situation is that the seller is wanting $0 from you. So it doesn't matter what coins you have, you don't have to pay him anything, right? So the minimum number would always be 0, so we put zeros in column 2 here. So next up, so the seller is wanting $1 from you, and for this case you have only $1 coins in your pocket. So to give him $1, you have to give him $1 coin, so we would have 1. So up next, he is asking you for $2. You have only $1 coins, so you would be giving him $2. But the process here is like in this whole table it looks really easy. Like, so for $2 you would be giving him two $1 bills or $1 coins, right? But the process is you go left by 1. So by 1 is because we are dealing with one coin. So for this case, let's say if it was 5 and we'd be dealing with 5 here, so we will go 5 steps back on the left side. So 1 2 3 4 5, similarly like this. So we'd get, for this case, we'd go on the left side 1 step and then add 1. So on the left we have 1 plus 1, that would be 2. So for 3, so the seller wants $3 from you, so you go 1 step to the left and add 1. So 2 plus 1, that would be 3. And similarly for all the boxes on this row, it would be adding 1 to the left value. So let's do that. So up next, so you have now both 1 and $5 coins, right? So now the seller wants $1 from you, so you can't give him any $5 coins. So what you can do is give him a $1 coin. So we already figured it out, right? From the situation above, from like row 2. One thing that you have to keep in mind here is that when the seller wants $5, then only you can use the $5 coin rather than using like 5 $1 coins. Similarly, when the seller wants $8 from you, you can use the $8 coin rather than using like 1 5 and $6 coins. So we came from row 2, that we already accessed the value from there. So for the next step, so the seller wants $2 from you, so you have $1 and $5 coins. So of course you can't give him $5, so you have to give him 2 $1 coins. So you go so you take the value from above, so 2. And similarly for 3 and 4, we take the value from the top, because we already calculated it and we cannot use $5 coins. However, when the seller wants $5 from you, so you have two options. You can either give him 5 $1 coins, or you have a $5 coin with you, right? So you can give him a $5 coin. So how do you figure this out? Like, from this it's easier to understand, like, we give him one. However, the trick is, as I said before, you go 5 steps to the left. How many steps? 5, because this is what we are working with. This is the value of that current row we are working on. So row 3 has a value of 5, right? So we go 5 steps back: 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So 0 plus 1, that would be 1. So for similarly for 6, that would be, as I said, 5 steps to the left plus 1. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 2. For 7, that would be 3, and 8, that would be 4. For 5, that would be for 9, that would be 5. Coming to this column, right, column 12, where the seller wants $10 from you. So from this portion we can understand that we need like 2 $5 bills, or we can give him like 10 $1 coins. So let's like look into the process that we talked about. So we go 5 steps to the left. This is 1, so 1 plus 1, that would be 2. We put 2 here. And similarly for 11, we go 5 steps to the left and plus 1. This would be in this situation, so 2 plus 1, that would be 3. And we have to always remember that the values that we are putting in these boxes should be less than the value above. If the value above is much smaller than that we would be using that value instead. For example, if this had only 1, we cannot put 2 here, so we would had to put 1 here, but we would come into this example as we go on. So for the next row, row 4, we have $1 coin, $5 coin, and $6 coin, right? So similarly we would be putting 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, because we cannot give him a $6 coin to fill these boxes, right, fill his needs. So we'll be putting the values from the above, because they are the best situation that we can work with. However, for this case, when the seller wants $6, so we have a $6 coin, right? So we go 6 steps to the left and add 1. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plus 1, so that would be only 1. And similarly for 7, that would be 2. For 8, that would be 3. 9, that would be 4. For 10, that would be 5, and for 11, that would be 6, right? So let's check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, that wouldn't be 6. That would be 1 plus 1, that would be 2, which is of course better than 3, so we put 2 here. Now the last row that we'd be dealing, where we have all the coins 1, 5, 6, and 8, and we'll be putting the values. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 6, 1, 1, 2. So all of these values, they came from the top, right? Because we wouldn't be able to use the coin 8 here, and we have already calculated the best situation that could be used for the case where we only had 1, 5, and 6. So for this situation where the seller wants $8 from you and you have an $8 coin with you, so we go 8 steps to the left: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which is 0. That will be plus 1, which is 1. So we put 1 here. We put 1 here. Then for 9, we put 2. For 10, we put 3. And for 11, we go 8 steps to the left, which is 3 plus 1, that would be 4. but we already have a value which is much smaller than 4, right, which is 2 from the above row 4. So we put 2 here and point the where this value 2 came from. So the preparation of the whole table is complete. So what this table means that if we had all these coins with us, and the best situation for when the seller wants $11 from us is that we would be giving him 2 coins. But which 2 coins? So the process to find this out is we go to the last box here on the right hand lower side corner, so row 5 and column 13, which shows us 2. But is 2 a uniquely generated value? No, 2 came from above, right? So we go up one step, we go here in this row and look into 2. So is 2 uniquely generated? Yes, 2 is uniquely generated. So we pick the value from this row, which is 6. So we would be giving the seller $6, like $6 coin. Then again the process is we go 1 row up, we go here and we go left by 6 steps. So we got 6 from here, right, from row 4, the one that we selected. So we go up from that row, we go here and go 6 steps back. So 1 2 3 4 5 6, we go to 1. So is 1 uniquely generated? Did it come from above? No, it didn't come from above. It was uniquely generated, so we pick this row 2. That means we would be giving the seller $5. So that is $11, right? But we have to still check. So 1 comes from here. So as I said before, we go 1 row up, we go here and we go back 5 steps to the left because we are picking 5, right? So 1 2 3 4 5, so 0. We reached 0. That means the whole process is done. We use 2 coins here, 6 and 5, and paid the whole seller, and this is the minimum number of coins that we can use to pay the seller. This is the whole process of coin change problem, and hope you guys did understand this. The coin change is one of the most easiest problems of dynamic programming, and do practice this before your exams, because you might mess it up in situations where you have to go up and go 5 steps or 6 steps left, and you should know when to stop. So thank you for watching and see you in the next video.